Up, baby?
We're live. What is going on?
How we doing?
How is it going this evening? It's a new
I'm
day.
feeling
It's a
pretty
new
good.
land investing day. What?
I'm feeling pretty good.
Feeling pretty good. Me too.
Yeah.
Feeling pretty good. Matt Forrest, you feeling pretty good?
I'm feeling great. Not gonna lie. Big pour, big cocktail. Feeling
Woo.
great. Let's do
What are
it.
you drinking tonight? Is that the Bully Boy?
I am back to the Bully Boy. I've been off it for a while. I've been in the Tito's and soda, all these places. I'm back to my home.
Yeah.
Me in a
wondering
bottle. I love
If
it.
you've heard of this one.
Derringer? Derringer.
Derringer?
Yeah, I don't know how to say it. Straight bourbon whiskey finished in sherry casks. My
Ooh.
son Joshua brought me to
I
a
got
local
I got shivers.
a liquor store where he knows the people, and they have such a wide selection. I wish I'd seen it before Boston left. I could have brought him there. And this guy was like, and here's one of my favorite ones. I'm like, I'll take it. I know just the place to drink it.
You had me at favorite and bourbon.
Yeah.
Sounds
Do you know
good.
this is about the fifth time you've said to me since I left Boston? Scott, I found this great thing after you left. I found this great
There's lots of
bourbon.
things I found.
I found this great bourbon. I found this amazing restaurant.
But
After you
got
left.
Rock Hippie.
You know what's crazy is that every time he talks to me, he's like, "No, come up. I just found this. This is a great new restaurant."
Yeah,
This is
right.
strange.
Yeah, it's retroactive with me and proactive with you. Cheers.
Well, we
Cheers,
can't
fellas.
all live in the middle of nowhere, Wisconsin. You know, what can
That's
I
true.
say? Oh, I gotta turn those on.
We got some comments coming.
Go for
A.
it.
Scott Ford is here. Al J. Ford. Sorry. Boy, my eyes read that wrong. Larry Overstreet is here. Larry,
Oh my God!
Will you sing
Larry.
the song, Scott? Sing the song.
Hold
where
on.
in the world
Larry.
is Larry Overstreet?
I love Carmen Sandiego. Larry Overstreet, I did get your Facebook message, and then I got locked out of Facebook, and I don't ever look at Facebook. And dude, I owe you a phone call.
Larry, I'll
And-
write back. Write to me. I'll
I'm
Listen.
write
sorry.
back.
I'm
Here-
sorry.
I'll write back, Larry. Write
This
to
is
me.
funny. This is funny because I also owe Larry a Facebook message. And what I was going to say to Larry is, Larry, tomorrow night doesn't work because my boys and I have a baseball game. But Friday morning, if you happen to be spinning through, let's meet up for some coffee.
Coffee talk.
So
You-
I just messaged you, Larry Overstreet, on Facebook. So there you go.
There's a
There
lot
you
of
go.
Larry Overstreet love here.
Well, we already know where he is,
He's
so
a
we don't
good
have to
dude.
Well-
guess.
That's it. Let's guess.
Well, let's guess if he's potentially spinning through Friday morning.
Oh, I gotta look and
I
see
mean-
what states are close to Boston. Like, I'll go with nowhere.
Wow.
I'm gonna go with Rhode Island for $1.
You guys suck. All right.
He's gotta be in Wisconsin then, right? Is that where he's
Well, you know, he's a Wisconsin. Well, I don't know if he's a Wisconsin native or not. I can't remember that, but he lived in Wisconsin for a long time before he packed up his home, sold his home, and bought an RV. And I love this. I love the fact that Larry is working his land business on the road.
Yeah, it's
Boy, you know what, Mike? We've been on now for 3 years. It was right around when we started Nightcap that I think we had Larry Overstreet on the show. When
Well,
he-
you know why, Larry? Full disclosure. By the way, Larry and I are having a full-on discussion now on Facebook.
I'm sure you are. Yes.
Anyway, the reason why we haven't had him back on is because he's much better sounding than we are. He has the better mic. Like, he is a voice
Whoa.
made for podcasting.
Hold on. He doesn't have a better mic than everybody on this show. Just YouTube
Just might.
nincompoop.
He just might. I mean, he is made for the podcasting. He's got
Oh.
that right.
He's
That
got
He's been a
Voice of
podcaster for a long
Been
time.
threatened, Larry, by you, so we bring you on sparingly.
That's right.
For sure.
But a perfect example of the fact that you can do this business, and we should probably talk about the business at some point since we're 10 minutes into the call. Why are we here? We're here to talk land investing. We're also here to have a drink, but probably more importantly, we should talk about land investing and how it can, listen, this can create a passive income stream in your life that is really powerful. And it's a scalable business. Everything can be automated. Everything can be outsourced. And you can do this business where you want, when you want, with whomever you want.
Right. Even your friend in Wisconsin.
Even my friend in Wisconsin.
I guess we need to do a deal, Forbes. Like, if you guys have probably done deals together, I've done deals with Scott, but I don't think we've done a deal. So I feel like that's got to happen.
I got a deal for you. I'll give you a call.
Let's all do a major deal together.
Okay.
Do you want to do a whale?
Let's do a whale.
I'm currently whale hunting, so
I love it. Wow.
Oh.
I have a picture in my head when you said that. It's like National Lampoon's Vacation, but it's a version of you kind of riding on top of a piece of land with a spear, looking for a whale, like all cartoonish.
I mean, that's what I look like normally. So yeah, no, for sure.
On a whale hunt.
Larry Overstreet is in Union, Illinois, visiting the family farm. If I remember correctly, I think it's Mary Beth's brother's farm or sister's farm. But they hung out there for a while last summer. So
nice, good memory.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So fellas, guess who did not bring a topic other than you two?
Mike
Wait a
Zana?
minute. Is that 2 weeks in a row? What's going on here?
I mean, yeah, and actually, no. Last week I think I brought a topic.
Your nickname is Topic Guy.
Yeah.
Oh, is that my nickname?
What the crap?
Yeah.
You got any questions?
I
don't see any questions.
No questions yet. That's all right though. Oh, Facebook user is celebrating a win here though. I'll see if I can get into Facebook and see who it is. He says, "Good evening, Land Geeks. Crazy win today. A guy came to my cabin in Castilla, lost and looking for directions to a property for sale. I said, 'You don't want that one. You want this one.' And I sold him." That has to be Keith Forshey, I would think.
It's got to be. That's awesome, for the record. And Keith, thanks for kicking him off my property. You're the best, man.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Keith, for steering him away from my property up the road in Castilla, because I probably have one there.
Yeah, Keith. Thanks.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome, though. Peter Capil says wins is a great topic. I love wins. We could talk wins all night long.
We do have a topic, though. We talked about this the other day.
Yeah,
Remember?
but I think we need to wait till next week because I wasn't able to compile the information I wanted to.
Right,
so let's
unveil that one next time.
Next time. But Keith Forshey says it wasn't a land geek guy, I guess, who was selling land. He had never heard of him. So then by all means, take that sale from out from underneath them. Peter,
Listen, if you're there, legit. If you're there,
yeah,
and somebody comes to your door, dude, you own it. Come on with that.
I think I might set up shop in a small home in Castilla. Peter Capil, wins is a great topic. So, Peter, I think you need to share something because I'm pretty sure you've had a win or two this week. Something about he paid back his flight school investment already, or he made back his flight school investment already. And I think he just started office hours, fellas. So he made back his flight school investment in 10, 11 weeks.
Nice.
So that's pretty awesome, Peter. We need some numbers. We need to know what deals you've done. It's exciting.
It's great.
But yeah, although you guys got a topic? Wow. So, Mike, I didn't even tell you yesterday for the Roundtable podcast. Very short notice. Taria Harris says, I can't be there. Scott Todd says, I can't be there. Tate says, I'm in Hawaii on vacation. Mark's in St. Louis visiting his mom and dad, which I love. He just flew into St. Louis on Sunday and surprised his mom for Mother's Day, which was pretty awesome. So Mark left it to me and Eric Peterson to do the roundtable yesterday. But
Party of two?
party of two, we called in Matt Fours at the last minute, so it was a party of three on the round table yesterday. And
You were the host.
I would just
I
like to
was.
point out that literally none of you have jobs. Like none of you. No, I have a real job. I go to work. Like I have a job, and I made it to the round table. Mike, you're excluded. You have a real job too. I don't know why, but you whatever. You have a real job. But none of these other clown shows have a job. They just do land. Like, and I know it's a job and blah blah blah. But like, come on, can't come to the call. Come on.
But anyway, it was very nice of you, Matt, to fill in last minute. It just so happened that you had a cancellation, right? And I'm sure your boss didn't mind that you filled in,
Oh my.
hung out with us for a while.
To be fair, I'm the number one rep in my company. Like, I can take a half an hour off and chat with you. Somebody says check the volume. What's up? Is our volume all porked or what?
Oh, maybe it's
Oh,
me.
boy.
Oh
You know,
boy.
I do want
Okay.
to give a shout out to my. I've been using this now for over a month, Scott. So it's passing the test.
Okay.
Superhuman. My email, my new email app. I'm loving it.
Superhuman.
Yeah.
All right.
It's
Well,
very blazingly fast.
if it passes the 30-day test with Zano, then it's definitely worth looking into.
It's blazingly fast.
Peter Capil says Scott is fine as far as the volume goes, but Matt and Mike are a little low.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Testing.
There.
Peter testing. Peter testing.
How's that, Peter? I mean, I'm
Oh.
yellow. You know what? I'm breaking out the wireless mic for next week.
I just
For-
turned up my
That's it.
gain. I think that does something.
That's what gain does. Yes, it's actually what it does. to be
Oh,
fair.
it's like the definition of gain.
It's
Yeah.
what it
Be
does.
louder.
Yes.
AJ
Peter, how's
Al.
that?
Yeah, let us know, Peter, how that is. Al J. Ford says, I'm a newbie, but I've actually sent a mailer out,
Good.
which I don't know what that says there, which enlightens that something is the route to go. For about 9 months, I've studied everything. Let me know if this is it for me. Let you know if this is it for you. Well, I don't know if we can make that decision for you.
What is he saying exactly? I'm not sure if what is
Yeah.
it for him.
Like, am I drunk? What is he saying?
I'm not quite sure. Al J. Ford, AJ Ford, can you maybe just retype that for us? Help me out. I have a difficult time comprehending things after a few bourbons. Dave Eberfeld is here. How's everyone keeping track of their monthly passive income total? Just a simple Excel sheet? I'm surprised that GeekPay doesn't have that report available. Well, that's a great suggestion, honestly, for the GeekPay team.
Well, you can export a monthly report.
Yeah, you just export the monthly report. Yeah, I mean,
And have your VA added up.
yeah, or just do a sum all. Is how you do it. Yeah, but I guess we don't get it in GeekPay. We get it in QuickBooks. That's how it comes to us in our business. But yeah, you could certainly export the month and add it up. That's not hard.
Yeah, definitely in your accounting software, for sure.
Yeah.
We have a spreadsheet that I like on Airtable where it shows how much money we're in, like for 2021, for instance. Shows how much money we've purchased or how much money we've spent on land, and it shows how much money we have in terms, like the enterprise value. So that's kind of a nice metric to see.
That's a big number. Big
Yeah,
boy.
big number.
Enterprise value. Come on, baby. That's a big number.
A record first quarter this year, so that's all good.
I'm sure.
These dudes are super dads with tech. Well, I think we are all super dads.
Wait till next week.
I'm
gonna break out the suitcase. I brought it over
Oh
here
boy.
to have it at work. I've got it. It's right here.
The mixer?
Got it. We're doing the suitcase. I'll be good to go next week.
All right, sounds
In
good.
case we saw in person at the hotel.
We'll see who's loud next week, boys.
I've officially seen that set up twice now. Once at the boot camp in Texas, I believe, and once at the gathering in Boston. Wasn't that San Antonio?
He didn't
We
bring
had
it to
that set up?
Texas. He just had multiple monitors and like 5 whiteboards
Didn't
in
have
the
that
room.
San Antonio had the whole shebang there.
Oh, in my hotel room,
Yeah.
on the table. No, I didn't have the mixer with me, but we had. Yeah, we were working that boot camp. I was like upgraded to a suite. I used my once a year Marriott upgrade, so we had this legit suite at that hotel. That
It was
hotel is
nice.
awesome. We had like a whole kitchen table in our. It was like a 2-bathroom hotel room. It was ridiculous. And me and a couple of my land friends, we spent a lot of time working up there. Like legit, we worked the whole time. It was really cool. Highly recommend.
See you guys walking into the hotel. It looks like some special ops is going on. Walking in with the black box. What are these people doing? Nothing to see here, folks. Nothing
We're
to
here
see.
to kill you. Yes, indeed.
Indeed. Matt Forbes, I think that was a pivotal boot camp for you because I recall, I don't think you would mind me saying this, but you were in a little bit of a dip then. And
Oh,
I remember having a
throw you out the window.
very late night conversation with you, Anne Marie, one night after we were at the bar, which is a very cool bar, by the way, in the San
I love
Antonio.
that place.
Yeah,
That guy still knows what we drink.
he does.
Yeah.
By the way, he does know what we drink. He's like, bottle of wine for the missus and fruity girl drink for the mister. I'm like, yeah, that's me. That
You
sounds great.
remember me?
You know. Yeah, that was that was a really interesting boot camp because I wasn't sure if I was going to learn anything new, which of course I did. I don't know why I was sort of doubting. The business wasn't going that great, right? We hadn't bought property in a while. We weren't selling a ton. And that was also the boot camp where we had Jen and Tyler come up to our room and work, where they were like, we need a place to work. And we're like, we have a kid, like we literally have a table. We don't know you that well, but coming up. And that's where we formed our little accountability group.
Nice.
And then from there, so the conversation with you and Zeno up there. And from there, literally everything started to turn for us. So that was a big boot camp for us. It was good.
That's awesome. I mean, you got to hand it to you guys. You didn't quit. You just kept at it, right?
That's all you got to do.
That's all you gotta do.
That's probably the origination of that quote. That time.
Just don't quit.
Just don't quit. Whoever is new. Who's new? Who's new is here.
John Lewis, Peter Capil's relatively new. Al J. Ford. Yeah,
All you
those
gotta
are
do,
the
man.
new faces.
Although, to be fair, Peter's like, I sold 2 since the last nightcap. I've
Yeah,
only sold 2.
and one today.
That's killer. Yeah, that's awesome. So, I mean, that's all you got to do, right? Is just you just got to keep going. And the business is hard. It's hard to,
Constantly execute, continually refine.
that's it. Keep mailing, keep marketing, and just keep going. I mean, ask anybody who's successful and they all didn't quit. Ask anybody who's unsuccessful and they all quit. That's it. It's super easy. Just don't quit. Just keep going, right? Just don't quit.
It sounds pretty simple to me.
It is. It's really hard to execute, for sure.
That's for sure.
Totally worth it, though, when you have a massive Airtable full of loans. It's awesome.
Yes. All right. This is from John Lewis. Hey, crew. I just started flight school last night. John, congrats. But had been using LG
John.
Pass for about a month. Got my first land under contract last night. So on the night you started flight school, you got your first property under contract. That's pretty awesome. Everything looks great. Any negative surprises I should be looking for? No.
Negative surprises?
I don't know. John Lewis, tell us the numbers. What'd you buy it for? What'd you sell it for? And
Did he say he sold it or he say he just bought it?
well, he said he got his first land under contract. So sorry, that could mean he's just got a signed purchase agreement. My bad. I probably
Well, it could be the
misinterpreted that.
opposite. You could be right.
So John, let's talk about it. If it's a signed purchase agreement, what did you offer, and did they accept the offer? Did they counter offer? And
Anatomy of a deal. That's a
Let's-
great new segment. We call someone up. We get someone to give us the anatomy of a deal.
yeah, let's talk about the deal. So give us the deets. Give us the deets. Give us give us your offer price. Give us the comps. Give us the what else?
You might actually be able to wholesale right on the show.
Yeah, you might be able to.
That's
sure.
very true. We should, very.
We did it during
have
boot
that
camp.
segment too, the wholesale segment of the nightcap, where you can post your deals and we'll talk about them and see if you can sell it by the end of the show. We could have one property sold every night of the nightcap. Someone could sell their property wholesale. I bet that could happen. Let's get it done.
All right, so his offer was $565. So I'm guessing the comps are around 2,000. And they signed it. So did they give you an email address and did they give you a phone number? Because I hate it when they show up in the mail and there's no email address and no phone number on the signed purchase agreement.
That's an actual non-accept. I mean, so I've talked to people about this, and some people view those as that's not really them accepting it. They're just like throwing it back at you. What are your thoughts, guys?
It's annoying either way.
It returns to you with no signature, nothing. It's just a blank return of it. What I'm saying, Matt. How do you interpret that?
We run it down. I mean,
Right.
Yeah, you got to run it down.
Speaking, do you feel good? I'm just curious. I mean, there's no right answer here. Some people look at those. Yeah, this someone's just throwing it back at us, or I'm just curious what you guys think. No right answer.
It's not as good as somebody who writes back saying how much they love you because you're buying their land.
Right.
But for the most part, it's a return. So we chase it. I mean, they don't convert nearly as high as somebody who flat out accepts. But yeah, it's better than no mail, I think. Right? I would put it in that category. Although, really strange side note today, I went to the post office and I have everything coming to a P.O. box now. And I had like 40 letters that came back that were not I didn't get the yellow sticker. They literally just got mailed out and then they came back to me, and I asked the postmaster who's a real estate agent in town, so we're starting to get to know that guy. And I'm like, dude, what is the deal? I'm like, you, the federal government, did you even mail this? And he's like, oh yeah, that's weird. He's like, we could probably just remail those and not have to pay any more money. He's like, I think the machine reading it was like upside down, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, I mean, I have mailed tens of thousands.
You just hand them
letters.
over to him?
Yeah, and he literally X'd out with a pen the stuff, and then he put them back in the thing. He's like, that's really, really strange. I'm like, okay. So that was like their return mail that are going back out. We'll see what happens. But yeah, that was a weird day.
Did he ask you about what you do?
He knows what I do.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, I don't know why he doesn't want to do it. Right? Because he sees me open the mail and get responses.
You
that
jump
are good.
up and down and yes, woohoo!
No, but look. I mean, I flat out told him. I'm like, yeah. I mean, you had to go form this relationship for the last 15 years to go sell this house, and you made $25,000, and that's awesome, Randy, and I love it. I made $38,000. I sent this guy a letter, and some other people did some stuff. So good for you, but I like my way better. I spent 1/1,000,000th the amount of time. Right. So he still hasn't been like, yeah, I would teach me. I want to go do this. I'm like waiting for the day, but we'll see.
You like the
He'll come around. Yeah.
It's weird how people. It's weird how like the people I know who know me, who know some level of the success I'm having, aren't like, yeah, teach me, Obi-Wan.
No, I agree with that, and
makes no sense.
Because I feel that I'm an open book. I would tell anybody anything, but I don't want to bring it up because it could. I don't know if it sounds like it's bragging, but if someone brings it up, I'm willing to talk about it very openly and anything they want to know for sure.
Yeah. I don't like if I'm your friend and you're like, yeah, I bought it for $400 and I sold it for $2,000. I bought it for $8,000.
I'm bringing you a bottle of bourbon every night and making you talk about it. Oh, here's another bottle for you, Matt. So tell me a little more. Pour.
And you're open and you like talking about it, dude. You're my new best friend for sure. You're my new best friend.
Yeah.
I don't understand my friends. It doesn't resonate with me. Any one of them said any other anything with the kind of returns I'm getting and the money I'm making, I'd be all over them. All over it. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a different kind of person. I don't know.
Maybe you're just too tall and intimidating.
I am tall. And I am intimidating.
That's for sure.
My initials are
all right.
AF. I mean, come on, baby.
Yeah, right. John Lewis says, all right, so here's about John Lewis's deal. They signed and sent an email with a picture of their signature. He went through 90% of the due diligence today. He spoke with them. They agreed on the exact same price.
Nice.
So there you go. He understands the process. You're finishing due diligence. So again, feels solid. And the assessed value he has is $2,700. So I would ask, when you say assessed value, John, do you mean like the county assessed value, or do you mean the market value? And that's a question that all of us have to ask ourselves when we're getting into this business. We want the market value. You want to find comps, because the assessed value is kind of an arbitrary number that the county comes up with, that they base taxes on. Are the comps in the area the same? And if so, that's a great deal. But you're going to want to look into that. What?
Nothing. I was going to say something, but I refrained. I was letting you finish.
Aww.
I didn't. It was a pause. I didn't say anything. I'd
No, that's
stopped.
okay. If we knew a little bit more, I was going to say we could try, maybe someone here would like to throw him a wholesale offer. Not us, but someone in the,
I mean, yeah, if he's
Do you
comfortable
wanna
with.
wholesale it?
Who doesn't want
comfortable?
cash?
You want to get it sold on the air tonight?
Here, John Lewis. Here's my email, John Lewis.
Pre-sold.
I'd say John Lewis. It's an interesting experiment. If you want to wholesale it and just make quick cash, throw details. If you don't, and I understand why you wouldn't, don't, and go sell it on terms or do whatever. But Mike Zano is throwing the carrot out there.
Yeah, right.
One
He's
of
just
us three idiots buys it.
apparently. I mean,
Now we're all just waiting, staring
Yeah.
at the comments.
I'm gonna have myself a refill. That's what I'm gonna do.
What is that?
It's an IPA from St. Paul, Minnesota. It's called
You drink-
Impossible Objects.
St. Pauli Girl. Did you drink that?
I drank it. Sure
Is that
did.
a Pilsner? What is that?
I'd say it's a Pilsner. Yeah.
Recently discovered the Pilsners.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a
Pil-
big beer
Pilsner?
guy, so I recently discovered that.
You know who had the best Pilsner back in the day?
Who?
Zano? Sam Adams.
Really?
They had one called the Golden Pilsner, and it was. It's funny that Budweiser did a whole thing about drinkability, but that was a word that I was using with Golden Pilsner when I was in college, living on the no alcohol wellness floor, shipping that stuff in there by the truckload because it was so good.
Were you that I don't know if they call it a hall monitor. What do they call those people in charge of floors at the call? Were you that person?
The RA?
The RA.
I was put the residence assistants. I was put on the wellness floor my freshman year. Me, on the wellness floor. What
does that mean?
hilarious.
What's that mean? Wellness.
No
floor?
drugs, no alcohol, no
Oh.
smoking, no nothing. Like you pledged to be there, and obviously they couldn't fill up that floor. So then
Little did they know.
Yeah.
So they stuck me there.
Yeah.
I mean, talk about a fish out of water. So all my friends were all people who had agreed to be on that floor. And
Right.
slowly, one by one, I corrupted them and brought them to the dark side. But we ended up staying on the wellness floor all 4 years. So for 4 years, the woman who did all the PR for Sam Adams is a friend of the family, and she would hire me to go do different stuff for Jim Cook or whatever, PR-related stuff, right, as a college kid. She'd pay me in beer. Not making this up. You would have to go there with a laundry cart to get stuff in. I would check out the laundry cart. I would go down and I'd go pick up 8, 12 cases of Sam Adams, which is disgusting at that volume, but so good. And I would drive it into the elevator to go up
Into
to
the
my
wellness center, wellness floor.
the wellness floor. Clink, 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 clink. It was ridiculous.
I would
dude.
take one look at you and say, "This guy is the guy who has keg parties. This is the guy who has the red cups." I'd be like, he can't be in the wellness floor.
I can play Beirut. I mean, I'm pretty good. I'm just saying. We'll see. But anyways, getting back to land. I don't know how we got on.
Again, we digress.
Information. We were just waiting to see if information would come in on the chat.
John
Oh,
Lewis says he needs more alcohol, and he'll bring it back to the table next week.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
I'd say if anybody else out there has a wholesale deal,
Yeah, let's
you're
talk
looking
about
to
it.
make some cash live on the
Yeah,
Nightcap.
let's make a deal. If you want to sell a property wholesale, split up the simple numbers. Or the information, that where it is, and the acreage, and the APN, and just throw it out there.
You're really into this whole. You remember the Sunday morning radio show, Saturday morning radio show where we're.
Nightcap. We have a 2-acre property in Costia, which there probably isn't any, so that's not good. 5 acres in Costia. Well, there's 2.5s in the Wild Horse Mesa. I wholesaled about 40 up there. It's fun. It's funny. It's like you look at wholesale now, and it's like almost like, man, yeah, I got rid of my Bitcoin 2 years ago. Yeah, I wholesaled 50 properties in Costia 3 years ago and sold that Bitcoin.
Good call.
Al J. Ford has a little bit of information about his mailings. All right, so he says his first mailer, he mailed 1,000.
Okay.
Acceptance rate, I think that's 7 to 9 to Mountain Land. So he got 3 signed purchase sale agreements. One was landlocked, one was deep in the valley and unattractive, and the third, the grade was too steep of a slope. Okay, so now the landlocked thing I can understand, right? If it's truly landlocked, I may be out unless I can talk them down to 10 cents on the dollar. One deep in the valley, unattractive. So that unattractive piece of property, Al J. Ford, to you
sounds like character.
Is Matt Forbes' favorite property.
Yeah, like literally, if you had bought that, I probably would have bought that wholesale from you.
Yeah.
Sure.
You know how you approach the landlocked? You approach it like my buddy used to approach his roofing jobs back in the day. He didn't want to do roofing anymore, so he doubled the price on every job. And anybody who said yes, he'd be like, well, I got to do it.
Well, I got to do it.
Yep. So, like, you just look at that and you go, yeah, you want, what is it, 2,000? Yeah, I'll give you $500. And if they say yes, well, you got to buy it. You know, because
there
you're
you
gonna
go.
make money.
You got to buy it. It'll sell.
Don't let it go. Don't let it go. Make a ridiculous offer on it.
Yeah.
It'll
Make
sell.
a ridiculous offer on it.
Bought
I
that
mean,
before. It'll sell.
Correct.
The third, the grade was too steep of a slope. Again, is this?
Sounds like a view.
It sounds like
It sounds like a view. It sounds like an opportunity for a home on stilts. It sounds like, if you can talk him down.
Whatever your offer was, I go back and break it into a quarter of that and just buy it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Correct. There is a point where
You can't refuse it.
look, that guy knows that property sucks, right? It is what it is. And you may think that property sucks, but that's just 2 people out of everybody. And there are people who will go pay for that, especially if you can go to the market. Let's say the market's $150 a month for 6 years. You can go to the market and say, hey, it's $110 or $125 for 5 years or 6 years because you bought it at a third of what the next one costs that, quote, you like. There's a lot of love in those weird, hokey properties. And there's a lot of land investors who've been around a long time who will buy that stuff wholesale. Like, I wouldn't want to live there, but that does not cloud my judgment on whether somebody else might want to live there. I'm not going to pay full price, and full price is, of course, 25% of the regular price, right? But if that guy thinks it sucks, being like, hey, look, I know I offered you, whatever, $800 or $1,100. Like, look, it's this, it's that, it's got this problem.
$250. Buy it.
I give you $300.
You'll sell for $500 minimum.
Yeah. I mean, you get to do that. The thing is, you've already sunk 1,000 mailers into this.
Yeah.
Right. And so you might as well go low. And if they all say no problem. And if one of them says yes, you're going to recoup all those costs and go make money.
Yeah.
So don't be afraid of that stuff.
There's always
Don't be
money
afraid
in
of it.
front of you. Every time a deal touches you, you have an opportunity to make money on it. So don't
Yep.
just be so quick. Just like when we talk about over the last few shows, when people are like, "Oh, I don't work this county," or "I don't have money to pay," just look for a partner. Somebody, put it out there. Hey, got a great deal. If you really truly offer them 25 cents on a dollar, somebody's gonna fund that deal. Somebody's gonna want that deal. Don't
Yeah.
just let it go.
Yeah, I agree. I think there's meat on the bone there. It's not perfectly wrapped up, right? So you're not going to pay regular price, but there's meat on the bone usually for that stuff.
And
Yeah, it's simple. It's listen. This property's on a very steep slope. I know I offered this. Honestly, I don't want to. I don't want it. But if you really want to let it go, I could. If you're really looking to get rid of it, I can pay you $250, and
Take your
and-
wife out to dinner.
yeah, and
Right done.
and then boom, you can't say no to that.
yeah,
Yeah.
you can't
I mean,
say
they-
no to it.
They do well. Yeah, you're saying he can't say no. Yeah. I mean, they don't. Not everybody sells. Blah 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 blah
No,
blah.
no, you can't say no if he says yes.
Yeah, no, exactly. Like if you had mailed at $1,000,
Yeah.
if it's 4,000 is retail and you mailed at 1,000, and that property sucks, and so you end up buying it for $200. Sure. And you probably sell it instead of 4,000. You probably sell it for 3,000.
What do you wholesale for 1,000? Make $800.
That's aggressive, but I like it. I like where
Well,
you're at.
somebody who has a buyer's list and knows that look at this. Plenty of people out there right now, a buyer's list with people looking for property,
Yeah.
and they're waiting for that. And now you're like, look, I have someone who's just looking for that exact thing. They wanna have an incline because they want to race their dirt bikes up. And I don't know, make up a
Right.
reason. Somebody wants it.
Yeah, and for $200, who cares?
Yeah.
Now, if it was $20,000, okay.
Yeah,
I
then
care,
you care.
right? That's real money. But $200 or $500, something like that, whatever.
Plus,
Uh,
and you may not sell it in
He'll buy it. Who cares?
You may not sell it in 30 days, right? But what's the holding
Might
cost?
sell in 30 seconds.
You might
Wholesale.
sell
You
it
might.
in 30 seconds.
If
You
you come
might.
on this show and you bought that property, I say go get that property for 25% of the 25 cents on the dollar. Come back this next show and sell it on our show.
Next up, we have a 1.5 acre landlocked property with beautiful trees.
There's no trees.
But we own it 25% of 25% on the.
we
Yeah.
paid $1.37.
The guy
for it.
paid
He
us
wants
to
to buy
take
it for $2,000.
Yeah.
All right. Part B question from Al J. Ford. So
Okay.
he sent these 1,000 mailers out, right?
Yes, sir.
My other question is how long ago did you do that? Because I bet you're going to get more return offers, more purchase sale agreements signed from theirs. But anyway, he's wondering what he should do for a second mailing. Should he stick to this area? We're talking
Build it.
5 to 9 acre mountain terrain lots, right? Or should we go with 5,000 to 7,500 square foot infill lots? So-
infill lots is a business model you can go for. It's going to take a lot more mailers to get them.
Forbes, you're frozen.
My suggestion is you go for
I'm not
the
for-
you don't go for the infill lots. If you really
No.
want to turn this quick, you go for the rural vacant land, and you
I
keep
agree.
digging your heels into the area that you're in.
Dig your heels in.
Yeah, dig them in deep. Hold your ground.
Yeah.
You want to focus. There's tons of land wherever you are. I don't care where you are. There's tons of land there within that sort of. You can go out a few miles here, a few miles there, but stay in that same area. Infill lots are great if you get one, but it's gonna take a lot more mailers. It's a whole different model. We move land quick. We buy a lot of land, and we buy rural land.
I wonder if that's really an infill lot, though. Like,
Yeah, I
is
guess
it really? Is it a big grid, and it's just empty? Those aren't really infill lots. If it's populated, right? And it's
Sounds like it is
there's lots-
populated.
Yeah. Oh, he's saying it's populated.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. So I'm with Zeno. Infill lots that's a different model. It's not a bad model.
All
It's-
real estate's great.
Yeah, but it's a different model. If this is the model you've chosen, I'm with Zeno. I would stick to the rural vacant stuff. It's the easiest stuff to move, and so you have a better chance of getting some wins and some success and feeling good and feeling confident, and that's when good things can happen.
Awesome. Kenneth Green is here and has a comment.
Ken Green, karate.
He says, pretty sure he says that RA is for resident a-hole. So, Ken, are you trying to throw down with Matt Forbes here? Because you're going to lose. You are going to lose.
The RA. I was not the RA.
Oh, I see. What he's
I
talking
thought you
about.
were the RA on the resident on the
Ken Green
on the
I thought you were
wellness
talking about
floor.
Land zoning. I'm like, RA. Now I get it.
You're talking about like the RA.
No, Matt wasn't the RA. Matt was the RA's worst nightmare.
Oh.
One of my buddies was an RA, and he was removed from that position when I was done with it.
Because you were supplying him with cases and cases of Sam Adams.
So much beer. You've no idea. So much Sam Adams.
What-
It was.
What resident assistant would say no to that in college? Come on.
The one who was on the wellness floor to begin with. Good lord.
Eric Dempsey.
For the wellness floor. Sorry.
Eric Dempsey has a question. Mike Zano, could you go over the resources that LandGeek provides? For instance, software for pulling comps, creating mail campaigns, contracts, etc., and the kinds of fees that those things come with.
LandGeek?
LandGeek.
Yeah, so LG Pass is the premier software that we use, and that's going to be used to send out your mailers, keep track of your intake, create deeds when you buy properties. On the sell side, it's going to create a deed or seller financing paperwork, and so that really is the heart and soul of deal flow right there. LG Pass. I think that's $99 a month. I believe that's what LG Pass is. The other, well-known LandGeek product is GeekPay. This is going to allow you to track your monthly payments. You're going to generate down payment links, doc fee links, generate monthly reports on your income. It's really essential to just, taking money from people on the properties to sell them in a very organized fashion that it makes you look super professional. So those two things alone are the biggest type software that we offer. Other software out there, there's tons of other software out there that we may have opportunities to use, but software is one part of the equation. Really, what you need to understand is the swim lane, the workflow, how to generate, how to move the deals down the pipeline, right? And that's the real key. I mean, so to me, it takes software, it takes people, and it takes dedication. And I'm turning it over to Matt Forbes.
Who asked the question?
I don't know.
That was Eric Dempsey. He's a Yankees fan. So
Well, that's one strike. Couple of Boston guys here. So Eric, respectfully, it's the wrong question. Here's what I mean by that. It is not the software you use that makes you successful, right? That's not what gets it done. Those are just tools, right? And again, I don't work here. I don't know why I'm here, but I don't work here. Like I'm not part of this organization. I'm an outside party who's had their life changed, so I'm here.
you're not an outside party.
Well, I don't.
You
know,
are
like,
Matt, Fortune 500 Forbes.
You have a nickname.
So I feel like I'm.
You're on the round table
Get my
Listen,
point. Like, I'm here because Mark changed my life, right? And these guys did too, and so it's my way of giving back. But it's the wrong question, right? It's not like, oh, do I use this or do I use that? It's how do you go build a sustainable business and outsource it, and no one else teaches.
What a great
this.
word. I love sustainable. You hear about that in a lot of different areas of, life, sustainable. But when it comes to business, what a great word. That's a great word right there.
Cool.
Say it again.
Mufasa.
That's almost as good as the other word. Could you include the other word in this conversation? Go.
I forgot what the other word was. Oh my god.
Come on, the D word, Demont.
Demonstrably.
Oh, demonstrably. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, demonstrably what they do. No, but seriously, that it's the building of the business that's hard. You can go mail. You don't need LG Pass to go mail. You can go set up a loan. You don't need the
Geek Pay?
Geek Pay. Oh my God, I have 90 notes in Geek Pay. I can't think of the name. You don't need Geek Pay to go do it. But if you want to go create a business for real that operates independently of you and get your freedom,
Right.
that is a different question. And I argue that is the right question. And that's what they teach. That's why I went with Land Geek. And it's why I'm so happy about it, is because I built a business that functions on its own. Do they have cool tools? Yeah. Do I use GeekPay? Damn right I do. It's the best thing out there for sure. I've looked at everything. But that's like the secondary stuff, right? Having them teach you how to do it. How do you go get a VA? How do you train a VA? How do you think about it? This is the stuff that matters.
Right.
If you're going to go build a business, that's the hard stuff. And so, yeah, I mean, do they have all the cool tools? They do. Yeah, sure. But they have, 1 second, Bosman. But they will teach you the stuff that I think is more important. Scotty Too Hottie.
Now, suddenly, I must say though, Scott, your shirt's popping all of a sudden. Did something change in the lights? You notice that, Forbes? His shirt is popping.
I mean, he's so handsome, it hurts.
No, that's
yeah,
like.
no, do it. Yeah,
Is
do
there,
it.
is there a picture hidden in that shirt?
That's funny.
If I focus my eyes a certain way, will I see a picture?
Yeah, I think you may.
Right now.
I think you may. I didn't roll my sleeves up. I should do that though, because there's a little
But
decoration on
definitely,
there.
You need to go get like a pack of smokes in there. Maybe
Yeah,
like,
right.
Marlboro menthols for you. But,
Be like Schneider from One Day at a Time. You guys remember that? That was a long time ago.
Bossman.
But here's the other thing I would say to Eric. Yes, Matt Forbes, I agree with everything you said. Right?
good answer.
You're gonna need some tools to help you in this business.
Yes,
Land
for
Geek.
sure.
Mark says this all the time. We're tool agnostic. It doesn't matter what you use. It matters that you are okay. To me, there are some cornerstones to this business. What are the cornerstones? Mailing, marketing. Those two things you need to do every single day, and you need to do them in a higher volume than you think you do. And there is you need 1 to 2 focused hours a day to get this to where you want to get it, and you need to not give up to get this to where you want to get it. So really, the tools don't matter. And honestly, Matt Forbes, you maybe spend a little bit more than me monthly, but like 6 years into this, the monthly overhead in this business, it's so minuscule. Like you take care of it with one cash deal or one wholesale deal. So you know what? Find whatever works best for you and just use it with the intent to mail every day and market every day. That's what matters.
Amen. I built my business wholesaling. I mean, that's how I did it. And I don't mean not like Zano not like Zano, but I kept my business afloat by wholesaling. I'd go make a couple $1,000 a month wholesaling a property or two every single month.
Well,
and that's what kept the lights on.
Well, I
for a
think
long
that's
time.
we talk about a healthy business can use all of these methods. Wholesale, retail, land arb,
Holiday Inn.
Holiday Inn.
Hotel, right? Selling notes. I mean, all these things come together to make a very healthy business.
Yep.
And that is a good sign. Who has that? Oh, there it is.
Oh, wholesale.
Retail.
Holiday Inn. So Eric Dempsey, hopefully that helps. Hopefully it helps as we get off our soapboxes. Let's see. Darren Nichols is here. Darren Nichols, he's the guy I stalk on Facebook. Matt Forbes, you remember that?
Yeah, I do. It's
good.
creepy.
Good to see you, Darren. It was pretty sure it was your wife's birthday yesterday. So happy birthday to her.
How does Boston know so much about the community? He is in touch with the community.
No. He's in touch. He's in touch like
With Darren Nichols.
Puts the lotion in the basket with the community, specifically with Darren.
Oh, that's great.
Come on, man. There you go again. You're pushing it.
Basket.
You're pushing it to the R-rated version of the nightcap. Why didn't you drop the F-bomb while you're at
That
it?
was just a reference to a great movie. A great
swear.
Why didn't you just drop the F-bomb while you're at it and take it to
I
the
will
next
not.
level?
I will not. I heard that if you do that, they downgrade your YouTube. So I will.
Oh, well,
not.
thanks for that. David Bryden is here. What's up, Dave? He has a question. If you're selling properties in Arizona and Nevada, would you post ads on Craigslist anywhere in the country or only a certain distance from the property? That's a great question.
That comes up a lot, that question, and I think the answer is we've had people who've had a lot of success advertising in areas where people who live in those areas would like to have land in other areas. But, then I go and I say that if I was looking for land in Florida or in New Mexico, I would probably be looking in Florida, New Mexico. So, I mean, you go either way with it, but I think experiment and see what happens for you.
Yeah, it's both. I've seen people.
Yeah, I think it's both.
Right. Or you can take my attitude, which is I don't post on Craigslist anymore. So there's all sorts of angles you can take in that bad boy.
There are different angles you could take. Yes, I mean, different approaches. 3-hour radius around the property, market there, right?
Yep.
Market there on Craigslist, market there on Zillow. Well, obviously on Zillow. Market there on Facebook. However, David Bryden, I live in the Great White North. It is freaking cold up here in Wisconsin in the winter. It is minus 60 to low wind chill. And I will tell you that I've sold Arizona property to people in Minneapolis groups on Facebook or Milwaukee groups on Facebook. So cast your net far and wide. It's just a matter of how big you cast the net. Over what area you cast the net.
So I would argue that what's more important than where you post is just the volume that you post.
Yeah.
Right. I think the volume is more important than where. I mean, where is key.
So the fact that you are posting is key.
Yeah. Well, if I were to post on Craigslist, when I used to post on Craigslist, I would post a lot. But I had properties in Florida, and I sold so many of them, like Bosman's saying, to snowbirds from New England. I'd post in. I live in Massachusetts. I sold one from a guy in Worcester. Right. He was awesome. Paid for 2 years and defaulted.
Worcestershire.
Worcester. I'm gonna hurt myself after.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
It's just awful. So yeah.
I apologize. Didn't mean to interrupt you. Don't be mad. Don't
be mad. Who else can he be?
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. Mary Graham. Oh, you guys ready for a compliment to boost your fragile ego? You guys are the
fragile. Could crumble at any minute.
You guys are the perfect antidote to a long day. Mary Graham.
We're the Advil of land investing.
Yeah, we're the Advil of land investing. Oh, by the way, I thought of you guys this morning because
creepy.
I will admittedly, I'm gonna admit this on live television in front of our millions of viewers.
Wait,
okay.
Do it.
I'm advising against it. I'm advising against it.
No.
Maybe not.
It's not that bad. But I got my 3 boys up for school this morning, right? And made my cup of coffee, and it was a beautiful sunny morning, and I thought, wow, I'm going to get so much done today. And I just thought, wow, I'm just kind of tired and I just need to lay back down. So I went back to bed. I'm not going to lie. Went back to bed until...
When did we come into the equation?
9:15. But anyway, my alarm goes off at 9:15 and I get this alert on my phone from Clubhouse.
Whoa. Hold on. Stop the presses. That's just because you went back to bed. You don't wake up at 9:15 regularly, do you?
No, I just went back today. I went back today.
Okay. All right. I'm just making sure I don't have to fly to Wisconsin.
Matt's been up for like 4 hours at that point.
I get up at 5 a.m. I have been up for 4 hours.
Yes.
Today I went back to bed. I'm like, I'm
Sorry.
sleepy.
Sorry.
Went back to bed. Anyway, I got an alert on my phone this morning that these two dudes were on Clubhouse talking about real estate investing. So I want to hear from the audience. Who's up for a Land Geek Clubhouse morning
Oh, yes.
broadcast?
Oh, Lord.
That'd be kind of fun,
Yeah. Good luck with that.
right, Matt Forbes?
No, I'm at work. I have to go to work.
All right. Zeno,
Slave.
going
Golden
Clubhouse with me in the
handcuffs.
morning?
I will do whatever you think is, whatever you want, Bossman. I'm in.
Whatever, dude.
No. Oh, he's getting mad.
But
He's
I'm
getting
sleeping till
feisty.
9:15 tomorrow morning. That's for sure.
All right, do it. Do it. That's one of the perks of being a land investor and a former physical therapist. Former, meaning I've retired from that job.
You know that I only chastise you because I wish I was you, right? You do understand this.
Matt Forbes, I'm telling you, January 1st, 2023, you're there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see.
All right. All right. Eric Dempsey. Okay, we got to go soon. Eric Dempsey says he's pulled a list of 150 properties, land parcels, and plan to direct mail them this week.
Great.
Just
Good for you.
wondering how much it could cost to see if I could buy it right away or grind more and figure it out myself before investing in the software. Okay.
Are we
So
talking like LG? Is that like LG Pass?
yeah, so I mean, Eric Dempsey, you got to think about your return on time invested. So are you going to set up a spreadsheet in Excel and mail merge over to Word and print off a bunch of offer letters and stuff all the offer letters yourself, and it's going to take you 3 hours to send out 100 mailings? Or are you going to upload a list in LG Pass and click send? So you got to ask yourself what your time is worth when it comes to that type of thing.
Yeah.
Forbes, you're
You know
tired.
what's funny?
Forbes is tired.
I never printed out an offer and sent it. I've never.
Yeah,
done
that
it
is
one time.
funny. It's funny.
You're on mute there, Zeno. Or, yeah, you're on mute.
We're gonna need you to do 100 by next week.
I'm gonna go send 1,000 next week, but I'm gonna do it by with mouse clicks.
Mouse
No way
clicks,
I'm
yes.
doing that.
So, Eric Dempsey, I would just ask you to, think about your return on time invested. If $99 a month is going to help you send a lot of mailing, and we're going to talk about this next week. This is our topic for
All
next
right,
week.
we're ready for our next week's topic.
Yeah, it's a good.
All right.
Yeah, more mail, Eric. Whatever gets more mail out the door. If that's you doing it yourself, 'cause
Listen,
you
we gotta
spend more
leave
on
the
stamps.
viewers wanting
Right.
more. We gotta leave them wanting more. We can't give them everything tonight. We
Oh,
want
Why?
them-
Why not?
we want to leave
Few
them
more
wanting
comments. Stephanie Chirambero is here. She says Clubhouse is a great idea.
Yeah.
Huh? A morning Clubhouse show. Darren Nichols, my buddy, says he just got a nice sale. He bought for $1,200, sold for $4,900. So $150 down, $100 a month for 48 months. So Darren, was there a doc fee on that? Because you're getting your money out in what, 10 to 12 months?
Yeah. It's
And after
beautiful.
that, that's a beautiful deal. Katie Ross Sharmer's here. She met with landvaforyou.com. Super excited for the next step of our business. Landvaforyou.com is amazing. And LandGeek has partnered. It's Pete and Anthony.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
they-
used the crap out of them. I didn't know
Yeah.
the name of the company.
Yeah, no,
Yeah. No.
they're
By the
amazing.
way, they're awesome.
They are awesome.
Awesome.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed.
They're awesome. Keith Forche says, spend the money on mailing. I tried it once, and it was hours wasted. I could have been working leads. Good point, Keith Forche. That's it. And a $199 doc fee. Darren Nichols, $199 doc fee. So $199 doc fee. He's out in 10 months or less. It's an amazing deal. Good work. Darren Nichols, you're killing it.
Fine.
My Kansas City best friend.
It's creepy.
It puts the
Not at all.
notion in the basket.
Creepy.
Wow.
I'm telling you.
Love it.
I just follow him on Facebook. He shows up all the time in my feed. I don't know what to tell you.
He's the Hannibal Lecter of land investing. Welcome, Scott Boston.
I'll bring my hockey mask next week.
Well,
Excuse me, a size 16. Yeah, it's good. It's not creepy at all.
Wow. All right, everybody. Well, Zano, we got to work on the clubhouse show, the morning clubhouse
all
show.
right, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Thank you all for coming.
Thank you all. We'll talk to you soon. Have a good one. Matt Forbes, love you.
Aw, hugs and kisses.
Oh, and I love myself.